Hello, everyone, and we are Adventura. Welcome back to another episode. And today we are going to be checking out more Band-Maid, and we're looking at the non-fiction days.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we've been on a little bit of a break, but we are back and we are excited. So, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. Straight up slowed it down.
There you go.
All right. Well, there it is. The nonfiction day. That was pretty fantastic. I actually found that one very catchy. I know
Hmm.
at this point we've said about most of them, but
True. It's true.
they're really good at like having that punchy chorus. There's got to be a proper name for like the beginning of a chorus, how it like flows into it. I wish I knew what it was called. Oh, your facial expression. I thought you might for a
I
second.
had several words come into my head like a hook and then like a crescendo, which just that's definitely wrong.
I had that word come
But
into
like
my
I
head
had
too,
so many words come into my head, so I was like, maybe I was like cataloging. I was like, no, 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 no,
but no.
no, I don't.
Now,
So
to be fair, you have a very musical friend that maybe you could
I
run it by
do,
him.
I do.
Yeah. Um,
He's not.
but
I love him. He's not famous. Don't let's not make anyone think like I'm friends with Justin Timberlake. I don't know why that's the first person that comes to my head, but
I would expect that out of me. I'm a little surprised on you
I
here.
think I thought of it because of you. So
Fair enough. Okay. With that said, though, one of the first things I actually just noticed, and this at least this music video was published about 8 years ago. So one thing I noticed is like their instruments are not all there. Like Konami doesn't have her like beautiful fancy guitar yet and
yeah,
stuff. That's not supposed to be my takeaway from here, but it was just one thing I noticed. But
yes,
yeah, very fun song. So what are
absolutely.
your thoughts?
Yeah. So before I dive into like the lyric side of it, one one of the this is one of those videos I was watching it and about halfway through. It's probably noticeable where I just started smiling because I just had this moment of realization of just one. Obviously, Band-Maid's fun. I always smile with Band-Maid, but it's just we've gotten a little desensitized to like the whole Band-Maid uniform because really this video is five women dressed in Band-Maid uniform on a beach surrounded by fire playing instruments.
Yeah.
The craziness of that it's just not that crazy anymore. I'm very
You thought of
desensitized
it.
to it, but
I didn't even think about it. I
that
mean, I did take in the scene. I was like,
yeah,
okay, we're on a beach. We're doing like this tea party thing. Don't
yes.
know what's up with that. Uh, but like, yeah, putting the
But just
maid.
stepping away from it and just going,
It's just like,
this
what
is
happened
objectively
here?
not a normal thing. But again, being a Band-Maid fan, it's pretty much normal at this point. So
Yep,
it's just
yep.
funny.
All of our viewers are used to this. They're like, yeah,
Yes,
that's what they
that's
do.
that's what they do. Okay, so in terms of lyrics, like this is definitely one of those songs that I would probably need to sit with a bit longer to really, really understand. But there's some really, really interesting things going on. So just overall, I mean, obviously with the title, the nonfiction days. Nonfiction is basically the the true days, right?
Right.
Um, I'm just gonna read this little chorus and kind of talk through it. So this is the last chorus. Some of the choruses do change throughout the song, but this is the one I'm gonna start with. That's the heavy nonfiction days, avoiding eye contact. It's like pretending to be a real imposter. After all, in the nonfiction days, I'm just acting it all out with a monologue to myself. No matter how transparent the nonfiction days exist, they're nearer than it was yesterday. Don't fight myself. So that's the
Oh,
chorus. That's the really catchy chorus. That's what's actually being said during that. Um,
right on.
and so it the irony of this kind of my takeaway from the song is that, like the true days are where it's like it's almost she feels like an imposter where it's like it it almost has this reverse meaning behind it where it's like on the true days I don't feel like a real person, like I feel like I'm having to pretend to either be a person or to like not present truly who I am or what I'm feeling at that time. um it yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of my general takeaway. I mean, some one of the
Overall.
lines, yeah, one of the lines from the earlier in there was really interesting too. I'll just read the first little bit. So that's the heavy nonfiction days. This lying habit of mine, I can't vomit it out. The poison is spreading. So like
Hmm.
that's one of the first lyrics that made me go, there's something going on here.
Right.
Um,
Something's happening.
yeah. So again, I don't want to bog this down too much with me just trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm definitely interested in kind of the deeper dive of this song. Just because I feel like a lot of songs that we listen to, you do kind of get that, at least that first wave, just this is the song meaning. Some songs are much easier to understand than others. Like
Right.
going back to like Domination, the one we listened to recently. That's you kind of know what's going on there.
Right.
Even with that music video, the music
Dominate.
video helped you figure out what was going on too.
For sure.
This one did not.
Here's
um,
some sand.
I mean, part of me is like, it's not Alice in Wonderland because like that's just my a first thought when you get a tea party involved. But it's like if it was, there'd be a lot more there because Alice in Wonderland is so much more than just a tea party, right?
Right.
Um, so I don't know. There's a lot going on in this one, and I'd love to hear other people's kind of deep dive into what all of that is about. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Yep. Yep. Uh, one thing I forgot to shout out I really appreciated was they actually threw my expectation off a little bit.
okay.
Is their bridge. I expected them to go
Mm,
not by like a whole lot, but I thought they were going to go straight into that little guitar solo,
yeah.
and no, they just let it breathe. And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Where's the guitar solo?" I still got my guitar solo, as you know, but they just switched up the style a little bit too.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. No, it's
this
good
was a
stuff.
fun one. I like it. I love it. It's fantastic. Anything to add?
No, I think that's good for me.
All right. Till next time. Thanks for joining us.
Talk to you later.